everybody. My name is Zeus. This is the XYZ Podcast with my brother,
We are back. We are back with another episode. And yeah, man.
XYZ Podcast.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Jack? How are you feeling, Jack?
It's becoming windy. It's becoming sunny. It's becoming all these weathers at the same time.
I'm
here.
But then we go now, but I'm okay.
Because I don't care. I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. How are you feeling? Are you good?
Man, it's okay, bitch. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, bitch. Everything is okay. My spirit is alive. On another level, I'm okay. Everything is okay, Jim. So yeah,
that's good. Today we have an incredible guest with us. You know, this season we're talking to guests, we're talking to people who make incredible movements around the Free State, around this town, around, you know, everything that we have in the Free State. So this is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
She's gonna tell us everything about the business, the family business, in fact, that everyone is like, oh my God, like the bucket, dog.
Yeah,
do you realize that? Christmas is sharp without her. Well, this is Tshepang. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very good. Though I'm still being disturbed with this flu. Hey, this season is driving us insane. It's really driving us insane. I don't know if it's sinuses or flu, but yeah. We proceed with life. We do what we have to do.
One thing you should listen to OC Tyler when she said, "Make me wet," and just drink water. You'll be fine.
I believe that, and I hope it helps. I'm gonna try it out.
But anything like how's everything besides the flu that you have? I'm sorry we taking you in this weather. Flu, but how's everything?
It's okay. Everything based on everything in general. My life.
Your life. Your life. Or you can just be like, nah, I don't want to talk about my life, but a worker business.
Nah, nothing. Like before we get into the business,
we gotta talk about my life first. About my life. Ooh, there's so many things that I can say about my life, but I'm gonna cut them short.
Okay. All right.
So that we should get straight to the point that made us gather here today. I'm Tshepang Mahemo, well known as Tshepang Dikuku. Tshepang Mahemo, Tshepang Dikuku. A lot of people know me by that name. And I would say I've been in the entrepreneur sector for a very long time. For a very long time, because I was brought up by a woman who's been doing business. So it's a business because it's something that I grew into, and it's been in my eyes every now and then. So we'll get back to that later on. Let's talk about my life. I just wanted to tell the audience why I'm here, to give them a little of what brought me here today. About my life. Mwanasion, I thank God for that. And I've changed from many things to good things.
Okay.
I've changed from bad things to good things, which is very good. And it has made me become a very contentful person. And I love everything about life. Every little thing about life, every big thing about life, everything that life has to teach me. I make sure that I become very attentive and appreciating about every lesson that comes with life. So I enjoy my life more than I ever thought I would. And I'm very happy. I'm very joyful. I'm at peace with everything, and I don't want to say a lot of things because I'm going to mess up everything that I just described myself with. You understand? Yeah, so that's my life. Yeah, I'm a management assistant. That's a qualification that I obtained. And when it comes to business, I took a break from baking.
Okay.
But it's something that still goes on in the family because I have my cousin who's still helping with the family business, and hence we're still able to get Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli every season,
every morning,
every holiday, whenever, you understand. Yeah. So they're still there, they're still available. I just took a break because there's so many things that I'm still busy with outside from the family business. Yeah. I don't know.
I love
fair enough with what I just said about myself.
I love how you presented it. It's good. I feel like one thing I want to know, but I don't know whether they're gonna be like, "Hey, what is the secret ingredient?"
Oh, that
is it love, or you guys are there with Mr. Krabs' secret? Hey, what? You don't know. We have something that's unique. What is the secret? I have to. If it's a secret, then it's a secret. But what is the secret ingredient to your cookies? Because hey,
Dikuku Tsa Tshepang, guys.
You
think I'll tramela. You should try them, tramela.
Okay, we'll do it.
Crush them, and then put them in a bowl.
Okay.
And then have them with your ultramel and have them with your jelly. Oh my God! The taste there. It's amazing.
Dude, we should try
the
it.
taste is amazing. Believe you me.
Yeah.
I usually say that to a lot of people who come to buy them in my place and be like, because that's what I did. I love doing that. Especially when I feel like having a nice treat and I'm broke. I won't be able to buy my puddings, my carrot cake. Dikuku Tsa, you know.
Or Netflix and chill.
And just be like anybody who just has a delicious treat.
And it is delicious.
Yes. So the secret recipe is love.
I'm gonna know what in video like that.
Passion.
I got to answer the secret.
It's determination.
I got your back. Until next. Love. Oh.
It's love. It's love. Love is it's not just love like we are saying it, but it's love. Yeah. Comes with a lot of things. It comes with endurance, it comes with perseverance, it comes with compassion.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's love.
That's true.
I would give away my family business recipe if I could get the recipe of KFC. I'll be very free to give away my recipe. Like on some real note.
But that's true.
I'll be very free to give away our recipe.
Yeah, that's true.
Get me the KFC recipe and the exact one. I need those spices. Then we can take it from there.
Yeah.
We can take it from there.
I'll bet you you tried, Meiji.
KFC,
but I'm being fair, right? Am I not being fair?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm being fair.
Dear KFC management. But one thing I love about them, like, no matter the day, no matter whether it's winter, summer, or whatever, they're always the same. Like, the recipe is always the same. The love, the taste is always consistent. So now I really appreciate. Cause I don't wanna like it. I've tasted it for all my life. So yeah, I just wanna say to your family, thank you. For increasing this belly.
And we're still gonna increase it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna increase it until.
We are still going to increase it.
Yeah.
So for me, I just want to know, like, when did you guys started the whole business and said that, you know what, we want to bake cookies. Like, when like you cleaning on your minds and all that to be like, we want to make cookies, not other things. I suppose kambana, I suppose magwinya, like you just saying like we want to make cookies, like like that set your mind like to say I want to do that.
The start of the business, I would say that I'm gonna speak on behalf of my grandmother because she's the first person who created and came with every idea that's been happening in everything that we used to sell at home. Firstly, she was a tailor. Onaroka bodishwe ayetsa JC, and the whole concept that made her become that person. When I used to ask her, hey, what is the main reason of you being an entrepreneur that you are now, and what came into your mind when you first started to become this woman that you are? She said that your grandfather was a teacher and I was not working. You know, back then our grandfather, our grandparents got married at a very young age. And she was that person. She got married at a very young age to a well-educated husband, and it was unfortunate of her to become educated because she got sick at a very young age, and she was just a stay-in mom. And then she was like, she used to say to me that I used to ask your grandfather about everything that I would want to buy for my kids, and it came to a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore because I have to go ask my husband. I saw some shoes for the kids. Please give me money. So it's not something that she wants for herself. Hence, she started working for herself and she started baking and doing a lot of things. But before she started with Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli, that's well known now. She started with selling the chick choco. People who know my place, but Dikuku Tsa chick choco. Yeah, chick choco. There was a fam that she bought the chick choco, the ginger, the chocolate. The firm was called Mimosa. It was in Fonageng. She used to go there a lot to stock there. Dikuku Tsa chick choco and other cookies. A lot of people know Dikuku Tsa chick choco because chick choco before Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli. Chick choco. So in Bethlehem, at my place, it's the first place to have chick choco cakes, chick choco biscuits. And after that, I don't know how she came around the idea of having these biscuits that we are still selling today, but she has always been a person who loved to bake. And she liked to try new recipes in the house, try new puddings and biscuits. So I think she came around that by that time when she discovered some new recipes. And she was like, I think this is going to be the one that I'm going to sell because they do not even go to waste. Because there's no milk in the ingredients. Oh yeah, that's a there's no milk in the ingredients. There's no milk in the ingredients. And I think that's when she started. And the cookies, Tsa Mmathuli, we started selling them officially in 2007. And you know what she did? I still remember how she introduced these cookies because we were still selling the chick choc, right, and other biscuits that she used to stock in Mimosa. She would say, Tshepang, while you are selling, give every customer who comes to buy 2 of the biscuits that we just baked in the house. That's how she introduced the cookies. And we did that, I think, for a couple of months, even though I can't remember because it's a long time ago. We did that a lot up until people were like, Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli, they started asking, why don't we sell them? Up until actually it was the main reason why my grandmother wanted to shift. She wanted to shift like that. And yes, that's how she was very smart. My grandmother was very smart. She was very smart. And I think that's all. That's the history of our business. And she said something about the growth of the business. She always wanted the business to stay the way it is She didn't want it to grow big, to be the business that will grow to like big firms, you know. I asked her why. From my side, I would say that she's old-fashioned, you know, and she wanted it to keep it that way.
Yeah, like home.
Yeah, she wanted it to be homey. It has to flow around home and
like that warmth. It's like that warmth. It's already nice because I need you to be like, come on. Pesticides but when you know that these people wake up early in the morning by that Dikuku Tsa, that is actually nice. That's your secret ingredient.
Again, she used to hire people. I remember I stayed in Pretoria for 6 to 7 years, and she had somebody who helped her while I was still away. And she was always complaining, these people don't bake like I do. You know, now I don't have strength anymore, but I have to hire someone so that the business could continue going, you understand? So I think that's the other reason why she doesn't want it to grow big, because it has to stay in the family. If it's not us, then others who are coming behind us, but who are still in the family would do it. It's a generational business. So that was the agenda of the whole thing, of not wanting it to be a big thing.
The other thing I want to know is like, what do you think about the independency? Let me say like independency of like women in South Africa, because Yenan, she was an independent. The way you describe it, she was an independent woman who was like, nah, Habi, I can't keep on asking for cash, so now I'm gonna be like, okay, Lobata Zaga, and in fact I'm gonna start something and make Zaga so that we can actually do things. So what do you think about like having your own thing, even if like you like step away from your family business, ne? How do you think like that is actually important for us as guys and women, and in fact mostly women, or that independency? Or is it like, nah, we're not ready for that stage yet? Like women be like, all that. Or do you feel like, nah, that's degrading to women? Women can actually do even more than that.
Now I'm an advocate of independency. I'm an advocate of independency, more especially when I started being this Tshepang that I am, because I believe that if you have your own thing, it builds up your confidence in a way that nothing or nobody can ever break it down or take it away from you, because now you know that I have worked for what I have. I have worked very hard for what I have, and I have worked very hard to become who I am. You understand? So nobody's gonna take away what I have build myself to become. You understand? So independency is something that I would encourage a lot of women, a lot of girls to become and to fight for. It does not matter what you do or
what you
are trying. As long as you are trying to be independent, you are fighting, you are striving to be independent. You understand? And independency is something that can mold you to be a better person than you were yesterday, because you even open channels that invites positivity
in your life.
Positivity is like it's something that comes easily in your life, you understand? Because now you can shift your mind from negative things to positive things. And if you are independent, you are willing to learn. You are willing to try out new things. Like you do not mind what or who people or where, you understand? But you are always willing. So independency is something that I would encourage women to have and to be. They need to be independent. Independent.
So for me, I used to love them when I was. It's something like you learn from like how you are. It's something like that you learn, like you being the new Tshepang and all that. The again to you crew with it. Like I see my grandma like who independent and all that, and you told yourself, me as well, I wanna be like her and all that.
You know, that's the question that I've always been wanting to hear, because I used to have that question in my mind for several times.
Yeah.
You know, when you have some self-talk moments, and then there are questions that arises in your mind, and you be like, you don't even know how to structure the answers for those questions. And here I am, and here you are, asking me the same question that once rose in my mind. Do you understand?
Yeah,
so, Independency, about my life, and I would say that I have never been an independent person. Well, I've never been an independent person like I am now. And to some people, they will think that since I'm a mother, I've started stepping into this independency field or hood. So being a mother hasn't changed me to become independent. Motherhood got me while I'm still teaching myself to be independent. So it's just a bonus for me to boost up my independency and make it grow even more to how it is now. As I was growing up, I've never been a person who really loved being independent, because everything was here. I was supported, everything that I wanted, I was given, and everything that I felt like having, I got it. So I grew up to understand that this is not how things are going to be like for me, and this is not how I want my things to be like for me, because at the end of the day, I need to fight for myself. I need to learn in a hard way, because a lot of people are always saying you always need to learn in a hard way for you to get where you wanna see yourself in. You wanna see yourself, you understand? And I'm like, I need to be this person. I need to learn the hard way. And I shift my mindset while I was still in Pretoria. I remember, you know, they say you need to hit the floor with your forehead for you to get up. That's what happened to me. So I hit the floor with my forehead and I got up. And I remember I was going through a lot. 2017, it taught me. I'm not gonna forget that year. And I was like, you know what? Things are not linking. Things are not getting together. I need to go back home, because now nothing is working good for me in Pretoria. You understand? I'm trying this, it's not working out. I've tried that, it's not working out. And I'll be at the door. I'll be knocking at the door. But instead of the door opening, it shuts me out. So I'm like, you know what? I need to step back. I need to go back home and go start afresh. I came back home, started afresh, and while I was still building up myself to a new page, I made sure that, you know what? You are not going back to Bethlehem with the same mindset that you left Bethlehem with. You understand? You are now the new Tshepang. So you understand? So 2018 up until now. So independency is something that I taught myself through my personal experiences. So it's not something that I saw from someone or someone doing it for me and I was not modeling it. It's something that life has taught me.
So like the other thing you like, how did you guys like survive? Because a lot of business didn't survive, especially the 2020, especially 2020, because 2019 nearly the start of it. But how did you guys survive the COVID-19 pandemic? Because that was the worst hit for a lot of businesses. So like you guys were like, hey Joe, what I got pusha? we don't care. So I want to know like, and what advice would you like give to other businesses who were like, yo, I want to yo, so what? How did you guys go like from like, you know what? Even if this happens, stress, we can actually like go through it. Because in like 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, the whole pandemic. So how did you guys, in your minds, in your business like mindset, go like, you know what? But once about clothes about so it's okay. We can go through all this. How did you guys survive the COVID-19? I should have just said that, but you know, you gotta be like, hey, info. Yeah.
Like I said, that my grandmother was a very smart woman. Kore, her smartness worked wonders for us to a point where, okay, COVID happened and everything had to be shut down and everything was shuttered down, and we respected that. We respected those regulations for that given period that we had to respect the regulations on.
Yeah.
And after that, we bloomed.
Yeah.
We bloomed like nothing happened. So the reason that made us bloom as if COVID-19 never happened to our business or never affected our business was my grandmother always said to us, we need to save, you know. Make sure that when you are running a business, you do not work in your pockets, but you work in the bank, you work for saving, so that you should be prepared for what the future has for you, because we do not know what tomorrow has for us.
Yeah.
So with that being said, she used to stock a lot. So she would buy a lot of 10 kg flowers, and I mean like a lot of them. So that really helped us to bake. While the shops were still closed, because we remember how things used to be back in COVID, and the long queues and the shops knitting, they open
and all that,
and sometimes the shops are not open, and the curfews as well. So we survived that a lot by the strategy that our grandmother introduced us with. So again, I would say I really advocate the fact that she didn't want her business to become a big thing, because I feel like it's also an advantage, because nobody was coming to us saying that we have to go register our business so that we should operate. You're like, because once you step in our yard, we will just look at you and be like, after you have left, we start functioning again. You understand? So it's an advantage again, something that really helped us to blow up.
Like, do your thing.
You understand? To blow up, I meant to say. So that's it. Yeah, that the strategy nyana tse no tse nyenyana nyana tse tsona tse ntsong hore re bone hore re khona o tso phonyoha re khona go phonyoha ka ga pandemic ena. Yeah, I think that's it.
And the best thing about your business is that you guys do not have like a lot of competition, especially with the bakery side. Halna competition and
that's a secret. My grandmother
that's beautiful.
Sorry to interrupt you. My grandmother used to tell us something about a business. Don't be greedy to make profit. Dikuku di la ranta. For years, Dikuku sa le ranta. That's not how you make money. How le motho a etsang besaga Tshepang, ska tatela ho etsa tšhelete, ska tatela ho ba le tšhelete. Tatela ho wina batho. And focus on your targets. So now we are so quick to become rich. We are so quick to wanting to be rich, wanting to become rich, and we forget the whole thing. As entrepreneurs, we do not have to. It's not a must for us to get 50% of profit. Well, I get you well educated in entrepreneurship, but I am saying this out of the practical side of it, not the theory side of it. Like people are practical.
When you have seen, you've seen what's going on.
And from Anastock, Mimos you should Google about Mimos. It was the biggest company in Fonacheng that is selling the delicious cookies. My grandmother used to stop there. Did ice guava not take 5? I can't remember. Take 5 doesn't have the taste that my grandmother used to buy the ice guavas from there. You understand? Those ice guavas that my grandmother used to stock there. The taste was it was top notch. It was scrumptious. You understand?
I hear voices Voices in my head.
Let me just agree.
Fuck. What have I done lately?
What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done lately? What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done lately? What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done lately? What have I done?
As you were saying, your grandma was I don't want your business in an expand like to be like it's finally body business studying and all that. Like your education and the business your grandma. King, how about we wanna ele come when it comes to the and all that, like let me say that.
I would say I'm not working. I'm not walking by sight. I'm just walking, but not by sight. So I am this person who tries out things. I'm a structured person, but everything that works for me, I do it.
Yeah.
As long as I know at the end of the day they are going to link up.
Okay.
Because what I've studied can still link up with the family business and can still not get in the way of what I've studied. Because I remember while I was still a student, I used to bake and I used to take those biscuits that I've baked to school. And I was managing. I got my 11 distinctions while I was still a student, and while I was still baking each and every day. But I managed to get my level distinctions, and I was recognized in the TVET College, Maluti TVET College, and Bedouin College with that hard work. I think again it comes with passion and growth. So, and maturity again, you understand? And self-determination, you understand? If you are determined in each and everything that you do for yourself and to yourself, you are going to to survive in so many things. Because I was just like a horse against harness. What is it called? Yes, I was a horse in a race wearing harness, you understand? And I was just focused on what I'm doing and my pace. I was not focused. A lot of people came to me. They approached me. When my business house register? I'm telling you, a lot of people. And I was like, no, my guy, I'm fine the way I am. Like a 20 liter and believe me, every week I do like it's 1.3 every single Friday. I have a Friday for like it's 1.3 again. Ka Tupperware ya ka 20 liter tabi e ke ne ke dula ke itshwere, but ke a tswa every Friday ke dula ke tshwere 1.3. It's because I was satisfied with how I was and the little that I was getting. To some people it's not much, but to me it was much.
It's a lot,
I know that I'm a tool that works in so many things and objects. So you understand? So I wouldn't want to have more than I'm getting, knowing that I am not working that hard to be getting more than I'm expecting. You understanding? You understand? So I was satisfied with how I am and the pace that I am running things with and how I am maintaining my things and how I am handling my things. You understand? Somebody not I've tried those things. This is not me. This is not me. But with that being said, it does not mean that I'm not going to innovate to being a better person and to link up with the century that we are now in. You understand? I'm not that relaxed in that point, you understand? And I'm very innovative and I'm still working things out that I can still see that they do not shift from the main agenda of the family business. Understand? And the main agenda of who I really want to become, you understand? Because I'm not gonna say push a business on forever, but it's something that I don't wanna lose, because I believe that it's something that's gonna raise, that's generational.
It's a generational thing.
It's a generational thing. So I think I'm being fair with how I answered.
As long as we have like everything that you need to like say. Because sometimes I would say that haholo ka Bethlehem, like as as a town that is a small town, neighboring towns, they would wish to come here, but the most incredibly like effed up thing about this place is that we stagnant too much. We stay in the same place, and then I think go far but to the platforms like this. Okay, guys, come through, share inspiration. Okay, I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and this is what happened, wabo. Maybe we can inspire so many people kara our town so that they can inspire more and more and more. And then I 15 million. Right. So that's one thing that I really like want you to like be free with. Unse as much as possible and inspire as many people as possible, because already the business is actually good. Right. So I don't mind you talking. We can talk for 15 hours here. We can do that.
For me, hey, nage mutaka was the puzo anyway. So go put the puzo the whole day and all that. But anyway, I want to know like the advantages. The long run, look up and it's all since you work in the booty, this whole thing, how the cook and all that, and how did you guys dealt with everything? Because I will look up my COVID and all that. Because I can need la copan the challenges if la calbacala COVID was here. La copan other challenges. Lolo working with a million face and all that. And see what we wanna face them and move on and all that.
They did disadvantage.
Yeah.
And it was
the advantages that we were introduced to and we got were when I can't remember what year it was, but who was the mayor before Melindu?
The mayor before Melindu. Oh my dear.
I don't remember.
Politics. The name.
Not my thing. Yeah.
Who was the mayor before Melindu? But anyway.
Yeah.
Hair or hip.
As it done.
I can't remember. Why am I forgetting the name?
Oh, yeah.
But we were given an opportunity to bake for the ceremony, the event that was happening in Town Hall. And it was a very big event that happened there. And I remember it was just me and my grandmother that time in the house because my cousin just started moving in with us now 2019. So you can just imagine the hardship that we were going through, to a point where we even invited Ausdinewo, the mother of my grandmother's granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
And she came to assist us with the baking, and we managed. We managed. So now I'm that person who doesn't mind baking the whole day, because that's how I was brought up. I was brought up by a woman who doesn't mind working the whole day, because she would sew and then she would bake and then she would do a lot of things in a day, and she never entertained sleeping and resting. It's something she used to call sleep our enemy. That's how she used to say in progress, and which is true.
It's true, yeah.
Understand. And the disadvantages, I would say that we are not exposed to the modern side of the business. You understand? And that's a disadvantage when it comes to
like the business and everything.
To our century, to the century that we are living in, because there's so many changes that are happening technically, and we are not introduced to them. But I'm not gonna say they are disadvantages as such, because it's something that my grandmother has always wanted things to be like in our in our family business. So I'm not gonna say they are disadvantages, because nothing has ever affected our business. From how I remember things, nothing has ever affected our business. Nothing has ever affected our business.
Because I would think like, if we were to talk about modernizing your business, we would talk about things like bo or register for like Uber or hana ba ibitsa in this one Dr. Dr. Food. And then people will be like, okay, what's again? Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli di register Uber Eats and all that. And then okay, I'm gonna order let's say 15 or 16 of them kaka you order, and then what's our to see ha botshepi and then senka dikuku tsa sidisa wena. That would be like modernizing your business in a such way. But then I mean, like, nah, I actually enjoy standing kaka passage, you know, like, if I me say, you know, like, awkwardly in front of, like, yeah, hot bun, dumela, yeah, because that is, like, cool. And then, dumela, dumela, and then kuku pata front. And then what class was is gonna like, oh my god, so I don't know. Maybe it's still a good. It's not a disadvantage like you say. It's actually a good thing because you guys stick to your guns, yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah, we are back from the ad break. I always wanted to say that. Mara, yeah, Tsepi. For the last segment of our show, we're gonna let this thing where as we ask the guest, ne, 100 years from now, who tabona le motho ama meeting or ashebeletseng this video, ne, whether it's a young woman or a boy out there, ne, or you know that community motho tla ba shebeletse how or wait I don't know, but o tla ba shebeletse and then I put over him ke shebeletse mo
o still cabbage.
Wait, so what message would you have for that person? Don't think about our generation, think about the person who's gonna see this video 100 years from now. What would you say to that person? What would you inspire them with?
I would say to them, love your present moment more than anything. And
Really? Yeah.
I would say to you, love your present moment more than anything. Love yourself. And appreciate each and everything that you have, whether it's small, whether it's big, whether it's something that's not like other people's things, you understand? But always make sure that you love what you have and you become more attentive in your present moment, you understand? Become more attentive in your moment, in the present, and make the most out of each and every second, moment, hour that you are given. It might be some things that we do not see, because I believe that there's power in the unseen. But the mistake that we do as people is that we want people to see what we are actually building inside ourselves, what we are thinking about. You don't have to share or you don't have to show people what you have inside, but make sure that whatever you are having inside, it makes justice to the outer structure of yourself. Love yourself, love your present moment, because as much as you are founded in your present moment, nothing in the existing time or existing world will ever disturb who you are at that present moment.
I hope you're listening. Years from now, and that person will be like, what's taking out so good?
Yeah, because you know what? We itimatsa ka ntho tse ngata. We itimatsa ka ntho o tlo nahanne, o tlo etsa hosane, but there's something that you are eating out of this time. You understand?
Yeah.
O nahane ka ntho maobane, o nahane ka ntho o tlo etsa in hours to come. What about now?
Now, yeah.
What are you doing with now? Because there's some art that you need to paint, that you need to perform in,
now,
that you need to present in now.
Yeah.
You understand? So be more attentive to what you are doing now.
That's a
Tolo
really
tata, ska tata tolo nahana. Kelelo dula sebetsa ka thata, o na le bo ntho tsa usane, o na le bo eng, o sa wa itematsa.
Yeah.
Gata motsotso wa gona tjena more than anything. Kore live like it's your last.
Dang. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I'd say that.
Fun. I can see that you are there like emotional.
Yes.
But yeah,
man.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming to us. Because Lina Hunting now busy them, but I really appreciate you giving us your time, your 2 minutes in I always say 2 minutes, but I really appreciate you giving people the insight of the business. Dikuku Tsa Mmathuli, wow. And I hope you inspired 1 or 2 people out there. I hope your business expand, but huge, even though you don't want it to because you respect your grandma's wishes. And yeah, man, I wish like a lot of people could see this, and be like, you know what? If somebody else can do this, then I can also do it, bravo. Because that's what I want. This whole thing, or inspire a lot of people, and then we have like a flourishing economy in this South Africa that we live in. So at least you put your paint, your canvas is now painted here, and then
Your what, Meji? Your canvas.
I knew.
Wow.
I knew. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
wow.
if like for no like if where can they find you and all that, and how can they like inquire with like, okay, I want this much cup of 5 liter, 10 liter. How can they do that? Can you give like people your details and everything?
Because now I get all but I can give them because my cousin is still available to assist them with the cookies that they will be requiring. So they can holler at me on Facebook, Tshepang Mahemo, and that's my name, and they will just hit on my inbox, and they can take my numbers as well.
So I should put everything on the link below. All right.
It's 067 250 8447.
All right.
Those are my numbers.
So they should get you there.
They should get me there.
All right. Hey everybody, this was the XYZ Podcast with me, Zeus.
And Triggs. See you next time, same place.
With the guest With
our guest right here. We just want to say night.
Bye.
Bye.